Lexus TX has been unveiled. It's a little noisy in here, forgive the noise. And the TX looks pretty good in person. I still don't know how I feel about that front grille, but overall, it's a large, sleek, luxurious looking SUV. I think it's gonna find a lot of buyers. So whatever other me is saying about the size and space, it is absolutely true. I mean, you can kind of see back here, the back hatch area is quite large. I think a lot of families, especially in that hybrid powertrain, are gonna find a lot to like. All right, what do you think of Lexus's new unified spindle? Now's your chance, you let me know. You tell me, what do you think of the unified spindle grille? All right, also I'm gonna move because these lights are gonna make me epileptic or something. Flashing colored lights in my face. But while I'm falling down on the ground, you tell me what you think of the unified spindle grille.
What's going on, everyone? I am in Austin, Texas at the premiere of the all-new Lexus GX 550, as well as the first ever Lexus TX. And if you're into family hauling, okay? If you're into maximum cargo space in maximum serenity with Lexus quality, then you might be here for the Lexus TX. Or if you just followed up the Lexus GX video with this one, then you're seeing me sitting in the exact same place going, wow, you didn't even like change your shirt or whatever. It still says GX on it. How lame is that? But let's talk about the TX. If you are clicking on this video for the first time, I am at the reveal. I'm gonna be cutting in footage from the actual reveal, as well as media pictures and video, as well as press information. So here's all the information that you are probably here for and want to know about. And when I say all the information you want to know about, I mean powertrains and cargo space and human space. That's what you really want to know about. So let's talk about that. All right, you've probably already noticed the new styling of the TX versus the Grand Highlander, which it's based on. Okay, so Lexus calls the styling the unified spindle grille. Personally, I think it looks a little bit too much like a kitchen appliance, to be honest with you, but it's certainly sleek. It's supposedly for sort of more aerodynamic efficiency. Now, hold up, before you make your declaration on what you think of the styling, wait until we talk about the powertrains, because in my opinion, having gone over the press materials, the pictures, and all this information, having seen the vehicle in person, not now yet, but in the future, editing magic.
All right, so the Lexus TX, and I feel like this thing maybe is not getting as much credit as it deserves because everybody's so gaga about the Lexus GX over there. But the TX is really nice. I was saying earlier that I don't think the press photos did the interior sort of quality justice. The interior looks really good. The materials look really nice. I enjoy the interior, the functionality of it. Could it be more exciting? Of course it could be more exciting, but this thing is gonna do what it sets out to do, and that's crush highway miles. This is the F Sport trim, so you're gonna have that 2.4 liter hybrid, but it's the V6 plug-in hybrid that I'm really interested in. And as soon as we get more information about this, I will absolutely bring it to you. But I was able to sit behind myself in the second row captain's chairs, and I can't quite squeeze behind myself in the third row, but a human being could. A human being could actually sit behind me, sitting behind myself. That's an accomplishment in and of itself, really, when you think about it.
The powertrains are way more interesting than I thought they were going to be, and that might be the deciding factor for some of you. So stick with me, let's talk about it. There's going to be 4 trims as of right now. There's standard, there's premium, there's luxury, and then there's F Sport Performance. And you got 20-inch wheels, the standard, 22-inch wheels available, and the 22-inch wheels will be unique on the F Sport Performance model.
Say what you want about the TX's, more conservative styling, but check out these wheels, man. These wheels are like kind of ridiculously cool and aggressive for a large family vehicle, especially next to that GX over there. The TX is wearing the shoes.
It has Lexus's 12-inch sort of gauge cluster screen, and it has the 14-inch infotainment screen. As I said in the Lexus GX 550 video, that's good news because I like Lexus's system. It's friendly, it's user-friendly, it's easy to kind of live with. It's a little more intuitive than some of the German systems. Maybe it doesn't have all the crazy bells and whistles, but I know a lot of people like Megan doesn't love the crazy bells and whistles, so there's that. Speaking of Megan, we'll get her impressions on it later. If you're new to the channel, that's my wife, and she's looking for a new SUV. If you're not new to the channel, she's gonna say whatever she says, and I have no idea, actually, and I mean that for real. I literally don't know what she's gonna say. I haven't even looked at the video she sent me yet, but I sent her the press materials and videos to look at since she's not here.
Okay, so now I'm looking at pictures of the Lexus TX. which these letters are all, they're all confusing me. But it's like a crossover SUV. I really like it. It kind of reminds me of like a, what's that called? The Hyundai Palisade or something maybe. Like it kind of reminds me of that kind of vibe. I really like it. The front's like curvier and like sportier kind of looking than I would prefer, but I really like it. And the inside is very nice looking. It's got like a huge screen, like really nice. So yeah.
You also have loads of cup holders on the inside. You have 7 charge ports. You have 3 power outlets. So in terms of long-term trip taking, the TX, the Lexus TX is going to be pretty great. It's going to be what you would expect from a Lexus product, you know, for road tripping. But let's talk about these powertrains. So the standard model is called the Lexus TX 350, and it's going to have a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged, making 275 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque. I apologize, I'm getting numbers thrown at me left and right today. I'm trying to remember them. And it's going to be running through an 8-speed automatic transmission, front-wheel drive standard, all-wheel drive available. So that's the Lexus TX 350. Now the Lexus TX 500H is going to have the 2.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder parallel hybrid running through a 6-speed automatic transmission and has the new direct 4 all-wheel drive, where electric motors are helping run the rear wheels, and it all kind of gels together with Toyota Lexus magic. A 6-speed automatic transmission is going to handle the 366 horsepower and 409 pound-feet of torque. Those are substantial numbers, and as we saw from my friends who were out at the reveal of the Grand Highlander, that powertrain has no trouble getting that large vehicle up to speed, and paired with all-wheel drive, it makes it appreciably decently quick. Now, that powertrain is exclusive to the F-Sport performance trim, as I understand it. But, I don't think that's the most interesting powertrain option. I think the next one is the most interesting powertrain option, and that is the one that you should be the most interested in my opinion. That is the Lexus TX 550H Plus, what's with the pluses, Lexus? Enough of that. Anyway, that has a 3.5 liter V6 plug-in hybrid powertrain running through a CVT that can get up to 33 miles of EV range in a family SUV the size of the moon.
That's no moon.
It also has direct 4 all-wheel drive, okay? So it's got the same kind of fancy electric rear wheel assist thing that Lexus is doing, which is really cool. And here's the interesting thing. On paper in the press materials, it was quoted as having 406 horsepower and then sort of a question mark for the pound-feet of torque. What? 406 horsepower in a Lexus TX? That sounds crazy, but also cool. If you haven't noticed lately, Toyota and Lexus have kind of lost their minds a little bit. I mean, look at the GR Corolla, look at the freaking Prius, look at, you know, all of the new, look at the GX, go look, watch my GX video. The GX is freaking dope. Like, what the heck? 406 horsepower from a plug-in hybrid family SUV? Look, I don't know about you guys. I don't know where your priorities lie, but my priorities lie with awesome. And I am admittedly, I'm a little split on the styling of the Lexus TX. I just said, go watch the GX video. I just said that we will very likely get a Lexus GX 550 or the hybrid one when it comes out. We would not get the TX, but that's just because Megan's into trucks. She likes trucks. The TX is definitely more of a family vehicle. Do I think they're gonna sell a boatload of them, especially with this powertrain? Yes, I do. I think they're gonna sell a crap ton of them. And if that gets us more unique, interesting vehicles like the GX 550 or the upcoming GX 600, I'm all for it. Also, from an efficiency standpoint, keep in mind that the current Highlander hybrid, the Toyota Highlander hybrid, which we really like, gets in the mid-30s for efficiency and has like a 500-mile range, or more than a 500-mile range. In something the size of the TX 550H Plus, whatever you want to call it, in something the size of the Lexus TX, you get that EV range combined with Toyota Lexus's amazing hybrid efficiency. I mean, the total range on that thing is probably going to be bonkers, okay? So that might be like the new road trip king. Can you imagine like rear screen infotainment system with Mark Levinson sound with all the power ports and your kids in the back and the third row is roomy? By the way, 20 cubic feet of storage behind the third row, 57 cubic feet of storage behind the second row. It's pretty huge. 97 cubic feet if you fold everything down behind the front seats. So the Lexus TX is going to be Lexus's new sort of flagship road trip vehicle, while the LX is the flagship vehicle and the GX is the flagship off-roader. I'm here for that.
I think this angle of the TX actually looks pretty good. This is sort of one of the more flattering angles because that blacked out C-pillar really helps to sort of lengthen the vehicle. It seems so low compared to the GX, and I think that is sort of heightened by the design here, and it's got that sort of trendy Nardo-ish gray color going on, but I think it looks pretty good from this angle. You know, maybe not the controversial front end, but that's up to you. You let me know about the front end. I'm on the fence when it comes to the front end, but I think the back looks fine. It definitely looks like a Lexus, but maybe not as stylish as that.
Let me know what you think in the comments about the TX's styling. Don't hold back. Megan didn't hold back. I said I don't love it all that much. I really don't. I think it's way too safe. It's way too safe. I think the safety worked on the RX. I think the NX looks great, actually. I really like the styling of the NX. I think the TX, it's a little bit of a missed opportunity to sort of make its own bold statement that really differentiates it from the Grand Highlander. That is what it is, okay? Like I said, I'm all about that GX. That's what we're interested in. Check that video out if you haven't already. If you already did, go watch it again because it's a good video and I'm out here in Austin. Let me know your thoughts and I will see you in the next video, all right?